Welcome back to the Horrible MMA Show. We're going to do kind of a different episode this time. We're going to talk about each of our 5 favorite fighters to watch as of right now.
Lately, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you'd like to start.
Yeah, we'll kind of go back and forth. We'll just throw one off.
And these are in no particular order.
It's just at the moment, like, our actual probably top 5 fighters of all time is probably a little different.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll throw out number 5, is Rumble, Anthony Rumble Johnson. He has come back to the UFC recently, and I mean, ever since he's been released from the UFC after his loss to Vitor Belfort, he's 8-0 with, I think, 7 knockouts, or 6 knockouts or something. Like, it's been insane. His career resurgence has been crazy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm so excited for his fight against Gustafsson, it's not even funny. But yeah, so there's one of my top 5. So
yeah, I would agree with that for one. I think that Anthony is awesome, and I'm really excited for that fight also. For me is Robbie Lawler, man.
Yep.
And it's kind of the same story. His career resurgence has been amazing. He's just come in and made it to a title shot
twice.
Where he lost razor sharp decision.
Yeah, razor thin. Yep.
Yeah, against Johnny Hendricks, but I think that he's one of the best fighters of all time, and he's just been a fucking terror lately.
He's really kind of reaching his prime. Like, you could have said that he maybe reached it like his first stint in the UFC, but I think honestly that he's in his prime right now, and now's his time.
He belongs on top right now,
and I think Robbie Lawler will be the champ.
I think so as well.
Number 4.
No particular order.
Oh yeah. Cub Swanson. Like, he just lost, but prior to that, I mean, even then, I'm gonna be a Cub Swanson. I'm not a Fairweather fan of anybody. Cub Swanson. This is a big career resurgence sort of thing. Not that he was in like the rut or anything, but he was, when he ended in the WEC and when he first started in the UFC, it was kind of like, maybe he won't be that good. And then he rattled off 6 wins in a row. He had just insanely, like, he had wildly accurate boxing.
Yeah.
Like, he throws crazy combinations, but he hits you every time. Like, he finds a way. Like, his fight against Dennis Seaver, like, the last combination of that fight is a thing of beauty to watch because it seems so out of control, but then you watch it in slow motion and he's pinpoint accuracy with those punches.
Yeah, he's really come into his own since he's come into the UFC, and he has just become a real force to be reckoned with in the division.
It's freaking great to watch him fight.
Yeah, he's one of the most aesthetically pleasing people to watch of all time. His footwork is awesome. His stand-up is awesome.
Got power for days.
Yeah, his striking is really crisp, and he throws unorthodox strikes. I mean, he's just really flashy and a lot of fun to watch. You actually stole one of mine, Cub Swanson, and actually Anthony also, but
we'll make something up.
Yeah, I'll just come up with something on the fly. For me, Demetrius Johnson. I know he's a fighter that doesn't get enough credit with the mainstream fans. He's so much fun to watch, man. He's so fast and just so accurate, so clean, and he's well-rounded. He's my number 1 pick for pound fighter on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
I think pound for pound he could beat anybody.
Yep.
Any man alive.
Yep.
He's just so solid in every area. He's just not good in everything. He's great at everything.
He's amazing at everything in MMA. And he puts it together flawlessly.
And I'm really excited to hopefully see him and John Dodson.
Oh, yeah. The rematch, that would be...
Yeah, that would be... I think that John Dodson is the guy. Him and Joseph Benavidez are the 2 guys that really stand a chance against him. Joseph's last fight was cut a little bit short. Not to take anything away from DJ, because that was a great fight, but I think that those 3 guys are, just 3 of the most skilled, powerful fighters at the lighter weight classes.
Yep. So another one, and maybe, I don't know, is Thug Rose.
Okay.
Thug Rose Namajunas. She's on The Ultimate Fighter this season, and I think she was my pick for a long time to win the show.
And mine as well.
Yeah, most people. And it may, like, she's insanely skilled, but I also probably have, like, the biggest crush ever on her.
Yeah, she's
super cool. Like, she's from Colorado. She's really cool. I've met her at a couple tournaments. She's super nice. She's just a freaking monster. So I'm hoping she wins the whole thing. I'd love to see her as the first strawweight champ in the UFC. I truly believe she has the skills for it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, she's great.
There's just not enough good things you can say about her. I would say this. If I could be any fighter on the planet, I would be Pat Barry.
Absolutely. And it's funny because I have nothing bad to say against Pat Barry. Like,
I love that
He's
guy.
one of the coolest dudes ever. So it's like, I'm almost just mad because of how great they are together. And it's like, not that I ever stood a chance, but it was like, you're both so awesome. I'm glad you're together. I'll see you on TV.
Yeah, but we can be a little jealous.
I'm super jealous. Anyways.
That was an awesome pick. And that blindsided me.
Yeah.
For some reason, I did not see that coming. Let's see. I really should have been thinking. Since you stole a few of mine, I should have been thinking of new ones.
Yeah.
For me, Chris Weidman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't see that coming.
No.
Chris Weidman is a fucking badass, and I love watching him fight. Even though he beat, at the time, one of my favorite fighters of all time.
He'll always be one of our favorite fighters.
Yeah, Anderson's one of the greats, but he is really just a solid fighter in every aspect. His striking is awesome, pinpoint, and it's funny because he's not nearly as fast as Anderson, but his timing was so good that it just kind of nullified the speed of Anderson. And then, that elbow that he landed on.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Against Munoz. That's one of the sickest finishes.
Yeah, that was a fucking... and Munoz, before he got knocked out by by Machida, looked like he was unbeatable.
Yeah.
Like he looked like he was gonna make a title shot.
And
title.
With Weidman, it's crazy to think how quickly he evolved, because he's only like 8 fights or 7 fights into his UFC career.
Mm-hmm.
And like when he first came in, he kind of like slogged his way through a win over Alessio Sakara.
Yeah,
and then he showed
sloppy.
some submission skills against Jesse Bongfeld. And then he just like took off. He became like, from that fight to like when he fought Tom Lawler, and then when he fought Munoz, and like he seriously,
Anderson both times.
His game ramped up, because before you're like, oh, he's just a wrestler that can good top control. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But his striking, like he said, is pinpoint. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he'll hurt you. He
makes
from
it
anywhere.
work. Yeah, he makes it work for him. He's just he understands himself so well, and he understands fundamental things that people forget about. It's not just about being strong or being fast. It's about having good timing and having good distance management, and those are things that he does perfect.
Yep.
Even against unorthodox strikers like Anderson and Machida, who are both very fast and very... you don't want to get hit by either of those guys. Yeah. So he's got a lot of heart, a lot of endurance, and just he's a machine. Anyway.
I'm going to go with the fan favorite of Mark Hunt.
I was going to say Conor McGregor.
No. Mark Hunt, he's probably like the oldest dude in the heavyweight division. But he gets better every time. Like when he first came to the UFC, he seemed like he was just going to be another Pride washout. Had lost like 5 in a row at that point. Lost to Sean McCorkle. So he lost 6 in a row. The UFC didn't even want him, and he came back and then won 4 in a row to be on the cusp of a title shot. Lost to Junior Dos Santos, and then had, again, another Fight of the Year candidate against Bigfoot.
Yep.
Knocked him, first person since Arlovsky like 7 years ago to knock out Big Country.
Mm-hmm.
The dude brings it, man. He's not the most... His striking, he's seriously swinging bags of bricks. Like, he has the insane power. He's not the most technical in any other form, but his takedowns and his takedown defense has gotten a lot better. So, it's just... He's really stepped up his game.
So this is... the time's running a little short, so we're probably going to do it part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
We may even extend it to do, top something else.